Hello, welcome to Shad Life. I am back from Bentonville. Super stoked I got to get in an early spring ride down there. Still lots of snow here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So awesome to be able to get to ride my mountain bike. The coolest thing about this trip is I did use an EV to get down there. And if you know me, you know I'm a big proponent of electric vehicles. I love the technology. I think they're definitely the way to go. And this isn't the place to argue your opinion and throw a bunch of disinformation. So if you do, I will just delete your comments. But yes, I love EV, and now I see that traveling with an EV is a viable option with some planning and stuff. I'll do another video explaining that side of things. This video is about riding in Bentonville, so I will have in the timeline, because this is going to be a long video, look in the timeline in the description, and you can click to see what you want. One of the areas I rode, I actually did 4 of the 5 trails requiring me to climb up to the top, is the new area called the Castle, and it's got 2 black lines, 2 blue lines, and 1 green line. I rode the green line, 1 of the blue lines, and 2 of the black lines. So definitely check that out if you're interested in that new section, because I didn't really get to cover that much last year. And then there's a few other tidbits here and there, and I'll just put them in the timeline so you can click to what you're interested in and enjoy. It was a quick trip, so I was down there, filmed what I could, came back. It was more for me to get out and get a ride in the spring, and I really wanted to film that castle area, that new section that was being built last year when I was down in Bentonville. It's complete. It's got a cool new staging area and everything like that. So yeah, enjoy. Well, I'm in Bentonville and it is cold. It is like 37, 38 degrees. Be warmer tomorrow, but gonna get in a chilly ride today. Here's Slaughter Pen. Fun. This is the entry trail right out of Bentonville. Whew. Fun. I love this jump line. So smooth. and it flows. Just fun. Oh, I didn't jump the shark tooth. Fun. So this is a cool new ramp. So you can literally ride, I don't know where, to the top. We'll see. It's kind of neat. So I guess these are all offices. And it's a pretty gradual climb. It's not super steep, so it doesn't take much to get up. Cool. Looks like a switchback right here. There's all kinds of offices gonna go in there. It's empty right now, but cool. Oh, it keeps going. It's actually quite a ways up. Wow. And then you can see all of Bentonville from up here. That's cool. There's a bike rack. So my guess is this will be the top up here. So this is all of Bentonville. Yep, there we are, private terrace. So this is as far as we can go. Because then it looks like you could go up there. But this is pretty cool. Okay, from this climb I can see Bentonville, and right down this street you can see the square. It's basically a little park in the middle of town right there. One block over and then going kind of right where my finger is the entrance to Slaughter Pen, and all that wooded area or trees, it goes gradually downhill, and Slaughter Pen is all back there. So that's pretty cool. Basically can ride right to the trails. Alright, time to go down. Pretty windy windy and cold today. It's about 44 45 degrees right now. It's kind of nice that you get to do the switchbacks kind of opposite, so you're not doing the same turn every time. So this one goes to the right, the last one went to the left. Yep, and then this one's gonna go to the left. So cool. Like, who thinks of this stuff? Big skid marks because people come charging down here. And this is where we go to the other side of the building. It would be kind of cool if it went all the way around the building as you got higher, but I suppose can't can't get everything you want. There you go. One thing I like about places like Bentonville is they have stuff like this way below my skill level. Like I shouldn't say too advanced, but like this is pretty easy stuff for me. But for somebody who's learning, this is an excellent practice place. And there's even this cool little pump track. I have my full suspension Salsa Rustler over there, so the pump track won't be ideal for it. I will try the pump track with it, but and that's a tight pump track, so a big full suspension bike won't enjoy that very much. But I'll do a little run around this track, and those rocks over there are actually skill things too that I can hop around on and stuff. So I just like it when they do stuff like this, because then they account for people that are learning and want to just get comfortable riding wooden planks. Like for people that are new to mountain biking and stuff, you'd be surprised at how difficult that something like that is for them. For more experienced riders, we just think it's a breeze, but you should never forget that some of this stuff is challenging for people that are newer to the sport, especially like that little curved boardwalk thing over there. So I'll do a run through this, and yeah, with the helmet cam. That section's closed, so I'll have to go around that. Alright, so we have these little things here. Oh, oops. It is windy. Come around and do this. You can see on the inside where people have slipped off even and chunked the wood because they went too far to the inside and their back wheel slipped off. So that's really it. Then let's jump into the pump track, which is going to be a little interesting on my Rustler. This is going to be tight. Oh, just like I thought. I'll try again. This is going to be tight. I got to have some momentum. There we go. This is a tight pump track. If I can get around it on this bike. Oh, I am. So much work on a big squish full suspension bike. So this trail is called the Castle Return. And it's basically just a switchback climb to the top of this hill. And at the top, you can see it way up there, is a new hub. And there's, I think, 5 or 6 trails that shoot off of there. I think there's 2 black, 2 blue, and 1 green, so maybe that's 5 if I do my math. So we'll see when we get up there. But this climb is something you just can take easy and get in easy gear and not wear yourself out, so you have energy for the trail. I couldn't find the elevator. I'm still looking for it.
They're at the bike shop. They're called e-bikes.
Nice. Still climbing. There's the bottom. There's the top. So I'm still working my way up, but I wanted to show you the view of this cool new staging area. It's pretty cool, and I came from all the way down there. Yep. Definitely want to be fit or have an e-bike. I'd prefer not to have an e-bike, so I'll take the fit. Now, if this is the green trail, I'm probably gonna like it because it looks super flowy. Alright, this is the top of the castle, so this is the beginner line over here, which actually looks really fun. See this guy take it. Like, just because it's a green trail doesn't mean it's not going to be fun. Oh, it's so windy. Yeah, that's cool. And then it's got these different launch points, Catapult. Steep ramp going into it. I rode this one last year, but it was before this hub was built. And then medieval, so Catapult and medieval are intermediate, but you can also just kind of see how this rolls in. And then you've got a jump right there, kind of going into the sun. And then you'd have all these trails. And then over here you're going to have the expert section, dragon scales, Loam wolf. So there must be a split. Oh yeah, the split's right at the beginning. So Loam wolf would be to the right, and the flag. So pretty cool up here. It's a long climb, but it's worth it. So what I'm gonna do is I'll take the green trail just to show you, and then I'm gonna come up here and probably take one of the intermediate trails. I'm thinking medieval because I did Catapult last year, but I might only have 2 of these climbs in me. Alright, it's windy, so we'll see how this goes. For a green trail, this is pretty fun. Oh wow. Oh, that wind throws me out. I'm gonna catch this dude. I decided to do Catapult because, oh gosh, whew, that's a drop. Because the bridges, and I want to try the bridges out. This is the one I did last year, but it's fun. Ah. So much wind. Fun. Oh. There we go. Nice. decided to take dragon scales because even though it's a black, I'm very curious to know what a black is. And maybe I can see, okay, so it's all these rocks. Yep, cool. Kind of a line picker here. Since I haven't been on this trail before, I'm always a little more reserved my first time on it. Oh, it's kind of just downhill, pretty rocky. There aren't any jumps except for a little hit there. Huh. I mean, this is okay, but I have to be honest that this is not my, if you know me, not my favorite style of trail. I'm more of a flow trail guy. Even though I can ride this stuff. Whew. All right. So, what I was saying is, even though I can ride that, it's not my favorite style of riding. But I could probably say that if I had a longer travel bike with a softer suspension setting, that actually might be more fun. But because I like to jump and stuff a lot and ride more technical stuff, I run my suspension relatively stiff. So I mean, even though I was hitting all that gnar, I didn't even max out my rear shock, nor did I max out my front. So like, ideally you want to be using the full travel of your suspension, but I'm not set up for that stuff. But it does make me curious about Loam Wolf now. So do I do the climb again? If I asked you, YouTube, if I should do the climb to do Loam Wolf, I know you'd say yes. For YouTube, one more climb. Alright, for you, YouTube, what's Loam Wolf? I have no idea what this trail is. This dragon scales is right over there. This is definitely steeper. I mean, most parts of the world this would be an intermediate trail, to be honest. It's definitely slippery, but I wouldn't consider this a black trail. Just rough and rugged. Oh geez, I wonder. Oh, that was like that sent me right to the bottom. You know, to be honest, the intermediate and that green trail are my favorite. So what's interesting is probably because of my BMX background. I love, like, this kind of stuff is, I mean, it's fun, but it's just not my favorite kind of riding. But that green trail that I did was what I like. It's fun. All right, so I made it over to these. I'm gonna hit that middle drop there. I feel like I'm going way too fast. Yep, definitely slowed down because, man, you can go way too fast off that. Like, I still cleared the wood, landed on the dirt, but when I do drops, I want to get some downside. I don't want to land where it's flat. So that was like a lot of speed going into that thing. Wow. I definitely scrubbed a lot. So if you're ever down here and you ride Slaughterpin and you're kind of like, okay, I want to head back, and you don't want to ride the big, long paved climb back up, find the trail called Black Apple Creek, I think it's called. But this trail is pretty awesome. So you can see, riding in a tunnel. But it's a green trail and it'll take you all the way back to town. You'll have to ride through a neighborhood to get back to the lot if you parked in the lot. And it's quite cool because it's looks at this kind of stuff. Quite a chill, yeah, Black Apple Creek right there. So you just keep following that and you'll eventually end up back in town. And there's all kinds of offshoots, cool, extra fun trails. But town is right up there. I'm working my way up. Definitely more entertaining than riding the paved commuter trail up. Okay, so there you have it. It was a fun trip. Spring will be here soon. I don't know what videos I'm gonna do. Not much riding wise between now and then. I might be able to get out and do some stuff on my BMX bike. Who knows, right? But it's gonna be a longer winter than what we normally have, because usually this time of year is when we can like start to see, oh, we're gonna be riding soon, right? But right now I look outside, I'm like, it's gonna be a while before we hit dirt anyway. So I'll fill in what I can, and I might do a couple how-tos, because this is always a good time to work on your skills and things like that. So I do appreciate your support for my channel. Please like and subscribe. Peace.